Hello everyone, it's Andrea. How are you doing today? I'm doing well. I want to talk about love. Love with your heart, mind, body, and soul. In today's society, we have come accustomed of everything at a click of a button. You can view other people's images, stories, profiles, just by swiping to the right or the left. Now, of course, with the times that we live in right now, it is difficult to meet in person. However, depending where you are in the country and the world, you can meet outdoors. But I want to ask you, do you have effective communication skills? What do I mean by that? In order to connect with someone, you have to understand and make sure that you are communicating effectively what you want to say, how you want to say it, and the intention behind your message. We are so wrapped up in a virtual and digital world that our expressions and phrases may come across differently to those with different perspectives. Now, when you text something in all capital letters, for an example, you can take it one of two ways. One way that you are upset, agitated, or angry and making a declaration of how you feel in a negative context, or the other way is expressions of joy, praise, laughter, and fun. Thank goodness for emojis, right? Speaking of, drop an emoji in the comments below if you like this content. Effective communication is key because it all depends upon where we grow up, our childhood upbringing, our morals, values, and ethics, and terminology across nations and borders. I have connected with many individuals all around the world in the past few months, and it has broadened my knowledge about relationships and communication. In one context, terms of endearment are queen, ma, ma'am, Mrs. In other contexts, it's just a casual conversation. How are you? What's up? What's going on? But the intention behind the connection is key, because if you are not clear in your message and you are being truly yourself and just responding and connecting with an individual, if unaware, you might be steering them on the wrong path. Now that comes to relationships. Same thing applies with men and women, women and women, men and men, even familial relationships. We have these amazing expectations of one another, thinking that if we give a certain amount, we will receive. From personal experience, unfortunately, that is not always the case, much more on the latter. You know, I do everything and I make sure that it is clear with everyone I connect with that I am a woman of integrity and passion. My whole life growing up, I was always felt so comfortable in my own skin, asking questions and always being honest and really clear with my message of what I'm trying to connect or come across. I challenge you to look in the mirror or look at your previous text messages, emails, conversations you have with people, and really ask yourself, was the message and intent that I relayed to the individual making sense? Were we on the same page? Were we a good match? And if you are in the business realm, it is important that those lines of boundaries and communications are very clear. You don't want to get involved into a situation where you commit to something and realize but both of you had different perspectives. Growing up with relationships, I struggled a lot because I was always expecting to receive whatever I've given, whether it was a warm hug, love unconditional, or even the mere being of myself and the presence of time. This is key for those that have limited ability to have and enhance upon your interpersonal skills. They are so valuable and they're so connected and so significantly important. Interpersonal skills is having the capability to communicate how you feel. Reflective listening is the ability to understand and reflect what the individual is saying. I'll give you an example. So you're telling me that you appreciate when I tell you you have shortcomings or mistakes. However, it is important that I make sure and be mindful of my tone when I share that message. Now, of course, me having decades in the social work and mental health and psychology fields, those are probably bigger terms than we're accustomed into everyday life. So for example, between a relationship that is just starting out, be honest with each other. You are taking your time and giving yourself and value to that other person. Get to know your interests about one another. What are your pet peeves? What are the things you love to do? What are the foods you love to eat? What are the places and activities you enjoy doing? This is learning about individuals, and this is what has been lost over some time, and even more so difficult amongst our younger and future generations. Everything is an immediate text, an emoji, an image, a TikTok, a quick, blurb, because we don't take the time to listen and understand and connect with one another. With me, those of you who have connected with me, it's something totally different. I will talk your ear off, and I've been blessed, I guess, to have the gift of gab from my father from Ireland. But I just love learning about people. What you see is what you get right here with me. No filter, no emoji, no change in features, no beauty complex. It is me. Because that's the best way I know how to communicate with people. There's no fakeness. There's no, filter. No excuses. Just results. To learn about somebody, ask questions in an appropriate manner. For some I have connected across the world. I love their high regard for respect. Excuse me, ma'am, queen, miss. May I have permission to ask you a question? I love that. I embrace it. Because I am deemed as an individual, as a person. I am someone that is approachable and can be connected with. Other times in my younger years, it was, hey ma, baby girl, which was sweet in its own right, but it's the intention and the aftermath that wasn't of respect. Are you connected? Do you have someone? Learn how to communicate. Relationships are so difficult. I empathize with everyone out there trying to create one. My best advice to you is to be yourself. Because if you don't try to be yourself, you could be like me years ago, trying to be someone I'm not. And then when the relationship got pretty deep in time and length, I was tired of being somebody else. And my inner self and true self came through, and we weren't a match. That's what it's about. It's about complementing one another. It's about completing each other's ideas and thoughts and being on the same page, where you can laugh together, cry together, be silly together. Don't be afraid to have a relationship. People need one another. We live and thrive on it. Because if we didn't, we would just be separate islands and not even being bothered to connect. We would be isolated and depressed. You wouldn't have anybody to celebrate your life with. You wouldn't have anybody to share your stories. Quick story, I had an incident yesterday where I got hurt. And, you know, in my familial and, you know, structure of my life, I'm in my office at home. And my family is out and about, you know, whether it be school or work or, you know, elsewhere. And I didn't know what to do. You know, for those of you who've been watching, my mom had passed several years ago, and she was my go-to person. And I didn't have anybody at that moment. So I kind of mustered up the courage, scrambled around, and I was able to take care of myself. But we need people. We need people in the times of tears, in the times of fears. We need people to share our life with. I am so fortunate to have amazing parents who have showed and displayed what a healthy marriage was. The reason I say was is because my mom had passed. They would laugh together. If they were getting a little tizzy, they would laugh afterwards. My mom and my grandmother's mission and legacy was never go to bed angry. And I truly believe that. Please, learn how to communicate effectively with others. Tell them what you want. Tell them what you fear. Tell them what you need. Tell them what you enjoy. It's better to enjoy and celebrate with others who are like-minded individuals than not celebrate at all because you're by yourself. It's one thing to be independent. Ladies, this message is for you. Something a bit about me. When I was finishing up college, I was broken. Relationship after relationship after relationship, and I wasn't communicating effectively. I was either betrayed, cheated on, hurt, because I wasn't expressing what I needed, what I wanted, what I loved, and what I enjoyed. I assumed that they knew me after so many months or years that they would know. We're not mind readers. Learn how to tell your other what you enjoy and what you love. Because quite honestly, in a chaotic world, in a chaotic mind, they're not going to remember. And when they do remember, be grateful. Men, to you out there, be vocal and respectful. Share what you enjoy. Share what you love. Let people know what you enjoy and what you like makes you happy. Why are we so afraid to tell people what makes us happy and what we want? You know why? Because society has said that's selfish. Society had said that's greedy. But society is wrong. When you're dealing with human beings and individuals, it's the yin and the yang. It's the connection, the puzzle piece amongst individuals that make us complete. Communicate with those you love and be strong and confident to tell them what they do that you would love, they do that you don't appreciate, and embrace the times and moments and items and things that you love doing together. Be in harmony. My name is Andrea Mason. I thank you for watching. Comment down below on your experiences. I'd love to hear from you. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. I am just shy of 100. I cannot wait to go live with everyone and communicate with you my wins, losses, lessons, and life. Press play. Plan life according to you. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.